Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're new. My name is Alexis and this is my husband,
John.
And today we're going to be doing a little bit of a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me questions over my Instagram, and you guys asked me a bunch of questions having to do with being married, military, and all that stuff. So I haven't done a Q&A in a little bit, so I figured it'd be fun to do it and to bring my husband while he was here with me. So we're going to jump into these questions and answer them honestly,
to the best of our ability.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and let's jump into this video. What is your favorite thing about each other? So I'll go first. My favorite thing about you? I feel like we always get asked this one, and
I know. I run out of things to...
Favorite thing?
My favorite thing... The things about you is how supportive you are for my job and me being in the kind of job that I am.
That's a good one.
You are very supportive, and I appreciate that. And you always pick me up when I'm down and tell me to keep going, even though I don't want to and I want to quit and this and that. You always know how to
I feel like these videos are like therapy.
I know, right?
We're going through therapy right
Yeah.
now. Just wet my pants. That is so nice of you. You're so sweet. Thing about you is how you just love, it's a bad thing and a good thing, but you like to do, like to be clean. One of them. It's just like a small one, but that you like to be clean, you like to keep the house clean and stuff like that, even though it can be annoying sometimes.
I could be a clean freak.
Yeah. A big favorite thing about you is how you're always giving and caring about your family and loyal.
I am.
Because there's a lot of guys in the military that are just not good guys. And at least you keep your family in mind.
I do.
What is your favorite restaurant to go to on a date?
Carrabba's.
Yeah, we always go to Carrabba's.
It's actually where we met.
Yeah, I think we talked about that before, but yeah, that's where we met, and that's like our go-to. If we get a date, we always go there. I don't know why, like we should go somewhere else, but...
For those of you that don't know, if you're kind of new to the channel, that's actually how we met. We worked at Carrabba's back when we were in high school, and we met when we were sophomores. And we were 17, and then been together ever since.
Yep, that's the story. Which year of marriage was the most difficult?
I think the first year.
I think so too, because it was just like learning. We're always together.
We lived together, but that's because I got kicked out of my house before I went to boot camp.
So he did live with me for a little bit, but it was different once you're like in your own thing, and then you have to pay for groceries, and we were broke all the time, and you have to like manage money, and then also like learn how each other like wants to run a household.
Both chiefs.
We're both in charge.
Yeah,
We both
we're
like
both
to be
alphas, I guess. We're both very dominant.
Yeah.
People.
And then just like adjusting to learning about like this new lifestyle of the military. When we first got in, like we didn't know what to expect. He was gone, and I was like, come on, you could just come home. And it obviously now I know it's not like that, but I thought it was just like a normal job, and it's definitely not. So that was difficult to figure out, and like I don't know. And you were having like bad times at work because you were new and they were like treating you like shit. So
It's just Army.
yeah, I think the first like year or two, I think first year or two, get adjusted into like your lifestyle basically.
Yeah. Well, also like being like you were saying,
yeah.
young and a brand new private at the time, it's kind of like a culture shock. So like me coming home stressed kind of put stress on her.
Yeah.
And it kind of affected how we were with each other at times.
Thoughts on a military couple getting married young? I guess this person is 20 and 22. Well, I don't think that's that young considering I'm 26.
I'm 25.
Yeah. So we got married at 19.
No, we were 20.
Were we?
Yeah. We were 20.
Oh, we got married at 20.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, if you get young married, it's like
It's different.
more. It's not. Yeah, it's different if you've been together for longer, obviously than like a year or two.
Yeah.
Like we were together for over 2 years, and we knew each other like inside and out.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be with anybody else besides you. Like I knew for a fact that like I want to spend my life with her, so
Yeah, I think
so
it's different if you just had met them and like you're deciding, all right, he's military, we're getting married. Like I just don't. Yeah, I just don't think that is right. But I think if you guys have been together for a while, or I mean, I guess people can get married quick and like still be in love and like have a good relationship. But I just think you have to like feel like it's the right like person. I don't know. I feel like you need to be together for at least 2 years to get to know like, each other.
Unless you're together for more than at least over 2 years, there's a lot of, in my opinion, marriage failures, just because you guys don't fully know each other.
You have to like learn
each other's like true colors.
Yeah. It's pet peeve of each other. We have so many. We were just talking about these. So you can go first.
No, because you already yelled at me.
No, go on.
My biggest pet peeve, so we go back and forth on who is going to do the dishes.
Yeah.
So in her mind, it's always me because, oh, it's one less thing for her to do when I am here. So she relies on me to do the dishes while I am home. But I do the dishes so much that sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe if I, lay off for like a day or two, that maybe she'll be like, I got nothing else going on, I'll clean the dishes.
Sometimes that happens, but most times it doesn't.
Yes, and then I'll come home and I'll walk through the door. Now sometimes it's like the very first thing I look at, because the front door is from the garage, so I walk straight into the kitchen and I'll look straight at the sink and just see all the dishes, and I'm just like, man.
Okay.
Like it's like.
Well, sorry. I've already talked about this. I like to boycott the dishes. It's my thing. Okay, my biggest pet peeve is that he gets claustrophobic. I have two. He gets claustrophobic, he says, when there's toys and stuff, and that we have 2 toddlers. Like, there's toys all the time around the house. So when it gets too messy, though, he gets claustrophobic. So that's kind of annoying. And then another thing that's annoying is when I'm talking and he's pretending like he's listening, but he's not really listening, and he's just going, and then he's not really listening.
That's every guy, woman, right, that watch.
Yeah.
So for your husbands, if you're talking,
I'm sure they're shaking their head, yes.
To them, I'm pretty sure you experience the same thing. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that does that.
I'm sure all of them are nodding their head like, yep, that's my husband. So you all need to get better about that. What is your favorite memory together? One of my favorite ones is like, we went to the beach or something right before you went to basic.
Oh, I was just thinking that when we have that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we asked.
I'll insert a picture here of what the picture I'm talking about.
We asked some random guy that was walking by on the beach to take a picture of us. It was right before I left for basic. It was chilly right on the beach.
Yeah, in Florida. This person wrote all weird. Okay, when you're in a military marriage, how do you both balance me time? I'm assuming like me time, like us time, like not individually me time. So like, how do we balance us?
There is no us time.
Well, we put our kids to bed, and there's us time. We watch TV.
We watch Schitt's Creek. If you guys
we've been watching.
That's a very funny show.
Yeah.
Or I ask her if I could play Xbox.
That's not me time. That's not us.
It is. Yeah, but I mean, it's either us. But what if they're also asking if it's...
Okay. If it's me time, like my own time, like I'll take a shower, I'll do a facial, or do a face mask, or whatever.
Or she'll tell me, like, I'm getting a pedicure. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm watching the kids, and she'll go.
Yeah, that's me time. For him, he wants to play Xbox. How do you know you two are meant to be together, both perspectives?
That we were meant to be together?
I can say my part first, because mine's pretty good. So how I feel like we were meant to be together was, I don't know, I just always, once we were together, I always told him, like, or I don't know, we had broken up for a short period of time, and I told him that we had to go to prom together because we needed to show our kids that we went to prom together. I didn't want to have a prom picture with another guy, and I told him that he had to go to prom with me, and because we had already got all that stuff for it and everything, so we did end up going to prom together. And I really thought that like we would never get back together, but then we did get back together, and I don't know, I guess I just had like a gut feeling that, I don't know, I just knew you were my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about you?
I mean, it's basically the same thing, like, because we both dated other people. It was only for like a couple months that we were broken up. We both were seeing other people, but it was like to the point where it's like no one else made me happy besides you, and I just really wanted you back, and I fought for you back, and I got you back,
and here we are. Said I love you first. Yeah, he said I love you first. I don't know the exact story. We were probably like in a Carrabba's parking lot or something. I really think you did say I love you in a Carrabba's parking lot though.
I think so.
What is the most appreciative moment you realize being with the military? This is for you.
For me?
Yeah, like what is the moment that you were like, wow, I really appreciate being in the military?
Honestly, like although we don't by any means get paid a lot, like we don't get the amount of money that I think we should be getting paid for what we do, but it is nice that we do have a steady income. We are stable. We're not like
we have a house,
dying broke. We have, we're able to afford nice things to provide for our kids, and food, healthcare, free healthcare, and dental, eyes, stuff like that. Like everything is super easy.
Yeah. And
then like job wise, like my hobby is shooting. Like I love shooting. It's like my sport in general. So like being able to do that and work is definitely like a
perk.
Yeah, definitely a plus.
All right. Advice for a new military couple.
Yeah, advice for a new military couple.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah, ask your like higher ups wise, like in military.
Well, the people that you trust, because like when we were new, like we made so many mistakes.
Yeah.
Like from me graduating basic and AIT, well OSIT, I guess you would say, and then taking that 10 days of leave, and then we got married and this.
Yeah,
and
I
that,
kind of like little things like, okay, well you're a new married couple, so. Right, yeah, advice for a new, military couple. Advice for a new military couple. So say that you're not married.
So ask people
yet.
like us for advice of like, don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
Because that we were stubborn, we thought we knew what we were doing.
We also didn't have the right people to like ask.
Yeah.
Like in our shoes. Like we had our parents and stuff, but like they weren't in our shoes. Like they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't really know the like
military
what we got ourselves into. But if you know, like anybody that's not self-centered and selfish,
I mean, you're always welcome to reach out to me on Instagram. I always get back to everyone. But yeah, I would.
As long as they're willing to help you, like if you know they're gonna help you, like don't be afraid to ask.
Yeah, and like just I don't know if they're like if you're talking about married or just like military, like just a.
Especially with like PCSing, like that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Or when it comes to like whether if you should buy a house or buy a car or like
just ask others for advice. Just don't be like stubborn and think that we don't need to know anything, and actually listen to the advice that is given.
Supportive of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely be supportive of their job, and hopefully they're supportive of you, whatever you're doing, because their jobs, if it's your husband or your boyfriend or whatever, they're going to be stressed out being in a new job, a new place, a new situation. So yeah, definitely be supportive of each other. How hard is it for your kids to get used to the schedule of not seeing daddy for a while? I mean, if they're so used to it at this point, I mean, they're little, so they don't even, I don't know.
Well, Tora's getting to the age where she notices, like when I was deployed, she was like she would ask questions like, when are you coming home to play daddy? And it would kind of like be gut wrenching, like
yeah, So I don't know. I just tell them like sometimes like last time he was gone, I told Tor mostly. I said just 3 more sleeps. You just have to go to sleep 3 more times, and then he'll be home. And so every time I put her to bed, she's like, how many more sleeps? And so that was something that I told her. But to get them prepared, I mean, I don't even sometimes even tell them like that he's leaving, or like before. I think we just tell them that daddy's at work, and they're just used to it by now. Jax doesn't really notice, but Tor asks questions. My fiance is wanting to rejoin the military. I have no experience being a military wife. Any advice is welcome.
I mean,
he should know, like,
yeah,
what
he should. If he's already been in the
military before.
Yeah, the military service or whatever, he should kind of have an idea.
But as for you, what to prepare for wise, like, just, I don't know. I mean, just, it depends. Like, depends what.
It would probably be best to get married before he actually goes in.
No, I think they are.
No, she said fiance.
Oh yeah.
So actually, if he goes back in, obviously he's probably gonna have to go. If he's changing MOS, he might have to do like another different kind of basic training or AIT. So it would probably be better for you guys to be married before he leaves, because while he's gone, you guys will get paid, and you'll get the BAH and that separation pay that you guys need, so you guys can save that up, so for when he's done and you guys go to your duty station, you guys have a good chunk of change to kind of get yourselves up and going with an apartment, a house, or whatever the case may be, furniture, if you need anything of that sort. Honestly, we knew we were getting married. That's what we should have done.
Yeah, we should have got married before, but oh well. Yeah, so I would definitely say that, and then advice for you to prepare, like, yourself maybe, like, for becoming a military spouse. I would just say
be involved.
Yeah, be involved. Also, like, but also have your own thing too, so that way you're not always like wondering and waiting around, because the military takes them away a lot. So,
like, it's like this kind of things where if you know you don't have, like, if you haven't made any friends right off the bat, like, go find a job, like, apply everywhere.
Yeah.
Whether if it's a job that you weren't exactly looking into, like, any job will help you keep the time going and make new friends.
Yeah, make friends. Any more babies?
No.
Yeah, we get this question every time I ask questions. No, we don't plan on having any more kids. I'm really happy. I went through like a phase like last year, kind of, or like maybe the beginning of this year. It was like a couple months ago, actually. So I went through this phase like a couple months ago, and I was like, I feel like I need to have another kid. Like, I feel like I'm not like done or something. And we talked about it, and I was like, let's wait it out and stuff like that. So we waited it out. I really just feel like I'm really happy and satisfied with just having one of each. And I have one for each arm, is what I always tell people. He's always like gone, so it's nice to have one for each arm. If we, as they get older and we go on vacation, or we go on like, go to Disney or something, like, he's got a child, I've got a child, an odd number. We have one for each of us, and they're a boy and a girl. Here's my thing. I want to be able to spoil my kids, and I don't want to feel like confined to not being able to spoil my children. And if I keep having kids, then I'm not going to be able to spoil the children equally or at all. So 2 is enough. Where did you start blogging? I think she means vlogging.
What made you start blogging?
Yeah, okay. So what made me start vlogging is, I don't know, I've always wanted to do YouTube, like, always. And I should have started it when Tor was like a little baby, because I always watched YouTube videos when she was first born and when I was pregnant with her and all that stuff. And I always was like, I want to make a YouTube channel. I want to make a YouTube channel. Okay, he has to check on her. So I always just wanted to make a YouTube channel. So then, I don't know, my sister was here visiting because she was here with my mom visiting, and she was like, she made a YouTube channel, and I was like, oh my gosh, teach me, because one thing that was holding me back was I didn't know how to do anything. I know I could have just Googled it, but I just felt like it was so hard or something, so I never ended up doing it. But then she taught me how to edit and upload and like make thumbnails and all this stuff, and so now that's what I do, and I really love it. And I've made so many like great connections through it, great friends through it. So I'm really thankful that I ended up doing it. And I think I also didn't do it before because I cared too much what people thought, but now I just don't care what people think. Next is my boyfriend and I will be stationed in Georgia in April of next year. Anything fun to do there?
Depends. If
Callaway
he's
Gardens.
well,
Depends. Yeah, what part of Georgia?
like, are you gonna Fort Benning or Fort Stewart?
Yeah,
Because Benning, I mean, there's not much to do. Like, you do have Callaway Gardens and you have downtown and this and that, but I mean, Destin is what,
Yeah,
three?
it's like 3 hours.
Like, you have Destin, so like any 4-day you have, like, easy drive down there to Destin, Florida, and go to the beach. But if you're in Savannah, like, you can go to the base of the beach almost all the time.
I've never been to that part of Georgia, so I don't know. But from what I understand is, yeah, the beach is right there, and I'm sure they have a downtown and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I can't really speak about there, but as for Fort Benning, if you're talking about, yeah, the Callaway Gardens, that's really fun. They have a butterfly garden and like all the stuff. What else have we done? Oh, the aquarium, the zoo. Yeah, in Atlanta, there's an aquarium, a zoo. There's also like a dinosaur like exhibit or something up there. We have to do that. We haven't done it yet, but that's something I really want to do. So there's some things to do. We haven't done a ton of things, but I also don't think there's a lot of opportunity either. But you can go to, we're right on the border of Alabama. So like you can go to Alabama.
Oh,
too.
Auburn is what, like an hour away?
Yeah. So we always go to Alabama for like pumpkins. Like we go to Alabama, they have like pumpkin patches there and stuff during the fall season. And I'm sure they have Christmas tree farms somewhere out there too. I would assume. Maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah. What do you two like to do when you have time away? Dates, hobbies, etc. So what do we like to do when we have time away?
When we have time to ourselves, like just us. If it was
We
just
go to
us.
Target a lot.
Yeah, we love Target.
Target,
They know.
Chick-fil-A, Starbucks.
Okay, but I think they mean like maybe just like
the
maybe
Dollar
with-
Gen.
Maybe like not with the kids, I mean, which is we don't know. We've never experienced that.
We're never without the
But
kids.
if we do, like if we go to Florida and my mom watches the kids or something, we go see a movie, we go to dinner, and we go walk around like Home Goods because we don't have a Home Goods here, and like I love me some Home Goods. So
Pretty accurate.
yeah, so that's what we do. Hobbies, like if we have individual hobbies, like we don't have a hobby together.
No. Besides Netflix.
Yeah, we love some Netflix too. But hobbies, yeah. If you're talking about together, yeah, we don't have any like hobbies. We don't go hiking or running, or we're not athletic and go to the gym together. Like we're not those people. So
Like to stare at each other.
yeah, our hobbies are staring into each other's eyes.
And just admiring each other's company.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll give him facial, my hobby, but I do that to him sometimes on occasions when he earns it.
Oh, maybe I could get one tonight.
I don't think you've earned it.
Why are you squeezing my arm?
Okay, well that is all of the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Subscribe for this handsome man here.
And smash that like button.
Yes, smash it. Just smash it. Did you hear that on one of your YouTubers?
Yeah.
Okay, so we will see you in our next one. Bye guys.
See ya.
High five.